The CIA has recovered at least 9 UFOs from crash sites around the world. That is what the Daily Mail is reporting. Let's jump into this because this is absolutely bonkers, y'all. All right, here we go. I got the article pulled up. Hi, I'm Patrick. This is Vetted. If you like this content, hit the like button. Please leave your comments down below of what you think about this story with the CIA and UFOs. It's nuts, right? And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We put out a new video every day, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, USA. Let's go. So right here, the Daily Mail. And the article is from Josh Boswell, Chris Sharp, and Matt Ford. So Matt Ford is from the Good Trouble Show. Chris Sharp runs Liberation Times. And excuse me, Josh Boswell, I don't know. So they've put together this story. These are anonymous sources, by the way. So let's get into the deets, y'all. Exclusive. CIA secret office has conducted UFO retrieval missions on at least 9 crash sites around the world, whistleblowers reveal. The Office of Global Access, OGA, a wing of the CIA, has played a central role in collecting alien spacecraft since 2003, sources tell DailyMail.com. At least 9 non-human craft have been recovered by the U.S. government, some wrecked from a crash and 2 completely intact. The CIA has a system in place that can discern UFOs while they're still cloaked, and special military units are sent to salvage the wreckage, sources said. What? This is nuts. Just when you think there's not enough UFO news, bam, this drops. Let's just jump into the article, right? So quickly, what is it saying? There's a separate wing of the CIA, okay? It's called the Office of Global Access. For decades, they have gone around collecting alien spacecraft that has crashed, and some are intact, right? Maybe left behind. These are things David Grush has said, to be honest with you. And this is interesting. The CIA has a system in place that can discern UFOs while they're still cloaked. What is that system, and what are they checking for exactly? That is interesting. And then they have a special unit that goes out and salvages the wreckage, right? Gets the stuff. So let's jump into the details of this article. It's quite long, so I might not read the whole thing, but let's just see. I'll put a link to this so you guys can check it out. A secretive CIA office has been coordinating the retrieval of crashed UFOs around the world for decades, multiple sources told DailyMail.com. One source said that at least 9 apparent non-human craft had been recovered by the U.S. government, some wrecked from a crash and 2 completely intact. 3 sources briefed on those alleged top-secret operations told DailyMail.com that the Office of Global Access, OGA, a wing of the Central Intelligence Agency's Science and Technology Directorate, has played a central role since 2003 in orchestrating the collection of what could be alien spacecraft. So that's interesting. What could be alien spacecraft? So they're kind of asserting before, and now it's like could be. I'm just saying those details are important, y'all. Let me get a little coffee here. I apologize. I'm a little under the weather. Weather's changing here in Texas, getting cold. So anyway, the 3 sources who spoke on condition of anonymity to avoid reprisals have all been briefed by individuals involved in those alleged UFO retrieval missions. Though the shocking claims sound like they come from a science fiction novel, they do, okay? They are part of a growing body of evidence suggesting the U.S. government could indeed be hiding advanced vehicles that were not made by humans. Wow. So here's their logo here. Office of Global Access. I mean, that just looks like a made-up logo to get UFOs, right? That just looks made up, like from a movie. The OGA. Wow. Again, this wing of the CIA, the OGA, has played a central role in collecting alien spacecraft since 2003, y'all. 20 years. Why 2003? Why did they start then? What happened that year? Right? Former top intelligence officer David Grush told Congress as much in an explosive public hearing in July. The same month, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer sponsored an extraordinary bill to allow disclosure of recovered technologies of unknown origin and biological evidence of non-human intelligence, which has now passed in the Senate. And yeah, guys, remember, apparently that's going to get shot down completely. That still hasn't been confirmed, though, yet. So, sources who spoke to DailyMail.com shed light on how the CIA has allegedly coordinated the secret recovery and storage of these alleged crashed or landed UFOs. There's at least 9 vehicles. There were different circumstances for different ones, one source briefed by UFO program insiders told DailyMail.com. It has to do with the physical condition they're in. If it crashes, there's a lot of damage done. Others, 2 of them, are completely intact. The source said the CIA has a system in place that can discern UFOs while they're still cloaked. And that if the non-human craft land, crash, or are brought down to Earth, special military units are sent to try to salvage the wreckage. So real quick. 1, the UFOs can cloak themselves, right? That's just assuming that to be true. And then we have a system, again, that can catch that cloak. Like, what is it? Something with light, sound, molecules. Like, what are they reading, to discern this? I don't know. It opens up a lot of questions. Plus, again, these are things other people have said. So are they the same sources? Are they different sources coming with the same information? What's going on? Another source with knowledge of the OGA's role said that they specialize in allowing the U.S. military to secretly access areas around the world where they would usually be denied. For example, behind enemy lines. They are basically a facilitator for people to get in and out of countries, the source said. They are very clever at being able to get anywhere in the world they want to. That I believe. I'm curious what y'all's first thoughts are about this as we continue reading this. Like, what do y'all's what's your BS meter say right off the bat, right? When it sounds like something you've heard before, you're genuinely more likely to believe it, right? That would be, so I don't think a lot of you who already thought that this was happening don't believe this, right? If you were unsure about the other stuff, you're probably unsure about this too, because again, they're anonymous sources. So unless these sources start putting their faces and names to these things and coming out and testifying, it's going to take a lot for most people to believe this stuff. I'm just saying. All right, where were we? Oh, right here. Okay. Multiple sources briefed on the OGA's activities told DailyMail.com that most of its operations involve more conventional retrieval missions, such as stray nuclear weapons. What? Stray nuclear weapons? Down satellites or adversaries' technology. So what they're saying is the same office that does retrievals for human technology also on the side every once in a while does a non-human technology, right? So anyone making the argument that, well, these offices go out and just get, human tech. They're not doing non-human tech. No, they're saying it's the same group of people, right? It's not 2 separate groups. It's not like a fire department that's just, a UFO fire department that's just sitting around waiting for a crash retrieval, and then they go down the pole and head out on their special vehicles to go get these crash retrievals. It's basically people who have a regular full-time job doing whatever, and then they'll get the call. They'll get that special call. That's what I'm taking from this. What are y'all seeing? All right. Multiple sources briefed on the OGA's activities told DailyMail.com that most of its operations involve more conventional retrieval missions, such as stray nuclear weapons. That does worry me. Down satellites or adversaries' technology. But they claim some missions coordinated by the OGA have involved retrieval of UFOs. The task at hand is simply to get it into custody and protect the secrecy of it, one source said. The actual physical retrieval is by the military, but it's not kept under military control because they have had to keep too many records, so they start moving it out fairly quickly into private hands. Documents published by the National Archives and Records Administration, NARA, in December 2016 showed that the OGA was one of 56 offices in the CIA, with its chief and deputy making up 2 of a total 286 director-level officials in the spy agency. An unclassified organizational chart published by the CIA in October 2015 lists the OGA among 9 offices in the science and technology wing of the agency. Late CIA expert Jeffrey Richardson wrote in a 2016 book on the agency that the OGA was established in 2003 and cited a CIA description that it integrates analysis, technology, and tradecraft to attack the most difficult targets and to provide worldwide collection capability. Again, why 2003? Okay, so this guy right here. Doug Wolf helped set up the CIA's Office of Global Access in 2003 and served as its deputy director. He managed unwarned access programs that deliver intelligence from the most challenging denied areas, according to a short biography published by a conference he attended in 2017. All right, let's get to the, okay. A 255-word biography of former OGA Deputy Director Doug Wolf, published by an aerospace conference in 2017, says that he helped start the Office of Global Access. Wolf's bio cryptically adds that he was responsible for leading and managing strategic unwarned access programs that deliver intelligence from the most challenging denied areas and served as program manager with responsibility for the end-to-end system acquisition of an innovative new source and method for the IC, intelligence community. 2 sources told DailyMail.com that the OGA coordinates with special operations forces such as SEAL teams or Delta Force under the Pentagon's Joint Special Operations Command, JSOC, or nuclear weapons experts such as the Nuclear Emergency Support Team, NEST, to collect the crashed or landed craft. I wonder if any of these people that are out here on YouTube, Sean Ryan, right, all those guys, what's that guy, Bustamante, Andre Bustamante or something like that, that guy from the CIA, we need to know, y'all. This is very interesting. But another source who has briefed members of Congress on alleged crash retrieval said that NEST had not been involved in any of these operations. Well, of course. Wow. A spokesperson for the agency also denied involvement. NEST personal encounter materials from unknown origins on a regular basis, a spokesperson said. In fact, one of NEST's missions is to help determine the origin of nuclear material interdicted outside of regulatory control or used in a nuclear device. During its operations, NEST has never encountered any material related to UAP. In a written statement, a JSOC spokesperson told DailyMail.com, "We have nothing for you on this." What were they going to be like? Yeah, we got the UFOs over here. Thanks for calling. We were hoping somebody would call so we could just tell you about it. In a written statement, a former SEAL team member told DailyMail.com that they had been in operations coordinated by the CIA to retrieve high-value stray enemy weapons and that they knew of colleagues who had been on similar operations where they recovered technology that appeared highly advanced, though not necessarily out of this world. Absolutely, that happens, the ex-SEAL said. Even ordnance or a weapon that we've never seen, we recover and bring it back. One source said that the Air Force Special Operations Command's 24th Special Tactics Squadron, based at Pope Field Army Air Base in North Carolina, has also been involved in securing areas for UFO crash retrievals. Sources said the CIA office then often hands the wreckage or material over to private aerospace contractors for analysis, where it is not subject to rigorous government audits and can be shielded with protections for trade secrets. I mean, that makes total sense, right? I mean, we've heard that for a long time. The CIA is the portfolio manager or owner of the UAP crash retrieval operation, one source who has shared their information with Congress told DailyMail.com. The Department of Energy National Labs are materials analysis contractors whenever recovered radioisotopes are involved, but not always just radioisotope materials. The aerospace defense industry are also contractors that specifically do not handle any recovered radioisotopes, but they handle the other non-radioactive material and intact craft. Multiple sources said that many of the people involved in these programs may not even realize they are dealing with non-human craft due to the intense security and compartmentalization of information in such top-secret programs. In an interview on Wednesday with podcaster Joe Rogan, whistleblower David Grush gave an example of engineers in the Manhattan Project of the 1940s not realizing they were working on fuses for the atom bomb that would eventually be dropped on Japan. Late Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid told The New Yorker in 2021 that top defense company Lockheed Martin was one of the private contractors holding potentially alien wreckage. I was told for decades that Lockheed had some of these retrieved materials, he said. As Majority Leader, Reid was one of the Gang of Eight, a select group of top lawmakers given access to the country's most closely held secrets too sensitive to share widely in Congress. But even he was denied access to the alleged programs, he told the magazine. I tried to get, as I recall, a classified approval by the Pentagon to have me go look at the stuff. They would not approve that. I don't know what all the numbers were, what kind of classification it was, but they would not give that to me. Reid helped set up a new UFO investigation office in the Pentagon in 2008 to probe the regular encounters U.S. military pilots and other armed forces members had with strange objects in the sky and sea. In June, and that's OSAP, y'all. That's OSAP. In June, a former top intelligence officer, Grush, came forward with claims that while working for the Pentagon's UFO office, he discovered the U.S. had a secret program trying to glean new technology from multiple non-human craft it had obtained, dating as far back as the 1930s. The former National Reconnaissance Office staffer's claims were deemed urgent and credible by the Intelligence Community Inspector General, whom Grush says he gave documents evidencing his story and introduced to around 40 witnesses involved in the alleged reverse engineering UFO programs in July 2021. So, look, there's a lot more to the article. Actually, there's not. Let's just finish it off. Earlier this year, Senate Intelligence Committee ranking member Marco Rubio told TV news station News Nation that he had spoken to some of these first-hand program insiders who allegedly worked to glean new technology from potentially alien-captured craft. There are people that have come forward to share information with our committee over the last couple of years, Rubio said in the June 26 interview. Some of these people still work in the government. A lot of them are very fearful for their jobs, fearful for their clearances, fearful of their career. Some of them are fearful of harm coming to them. Most of these people, at some point, or maybe even currently, have held very high clearances and high positions within our government. Some of these claims are things that are beyond the realm of what any of us has ever dealt with. If it's even partially true, then somebody's broken the law. There's been some violations because these things have to be disclosed to Congress. Top lawmakers appear to be taking seriously the claims of UFOs hidden in secret bunkers. Do they? I don't know if top lawmakers appear to be taking this seriously. It's like some of them, yes, and some of them not. Senate Leader Schumer co-sponsored a bill to create a review board with presidential-level powers with the aim of uncovering and disclosing any non-human craft or even bodies held by the U.S. government. And again, as we know, we don't know if that's going through, y'all, right? It requires, here we go, this is it. It requires all government agencies to turn over any evidence of recovered technologies of unknown origin and biological evidence of non-human intelligence to a panel of experts who can then choose to make the information public. The Senate has voted in favor of Schumer's bill. If passed in the House of Representatives, it will be added as an amendment to the annual military spending bill for 2024. The American public has a right to learn about technologies of unknown origins, non-human intelligence, and unexplainable phenomena, Schumer said in a July press release announcing the amendment. Missouri Republican Congressman Eric Burleson, part of an informal caucus of lawmakers campaigning for greater transparency on UFOs, told DailyMail.com that the source's claims gave him and his colleagues a lead to follow in their investigations. These are the kind of specific programs we've been trying to get the names of, he said. It's been so difficult because we can't get that information with specifics from Grush or from the intelligence, community inspector general. I can confirm it's true, but I can't confirm it's true, but it certainly gives us a trail to follow. I think that if it does exist, even if they give us no information beyond that, I think we owe it to the world to disclose that. So what do y'all think, y'all? Tell me in the comments. Does the CIA are they out there recovering UFOs? This OGA, this wing? Very interesting, y'all. Curious to read all the comments. What do y'all think? This is Patrick with Vetted. We'll see you on tomorrow's video. Again, hit that like button. Leave a comment down below if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. As always, remember, every day's a gift. We'll see you on tomorrow's video. Peace.